The Royal Motor Yacht Club Port Hacking is a hidden gem of the Shire, situated on the banks of the beautiful Port Hacking. It's a great place to catch up with friends, celebrate your birthday or any special occasion, and they always show the NRL live on the big screens. The RMYC Port Hacking, proud sponsors of this podcast and big supporters of the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Check out their website, rmycph.com.au. They've got a Facebook page, or you could go old school and call them on 02 9523 9300.
SharkCast! SharkCast! Fafita tries to crash his way over, he does! Fafita got the ball over the line!
And to all you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.
Braden Hamlin-Uele, welcome back to SharkCast Pod. A couple games back from another injury break for you. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Body's feeling good. Mind's clear and heart is full, ready to go.
Great game last week. Chip and chase. Almost scored. Did you fall over your own feet? What happened there?
Oh, I think they had a sprinkler up there and I tripped over that, I think. But honestly, it always happens. Fitzy and I were speaking about it the day before, about how I should tie my shoelaces and I might get a few more tries, and so I blame him.
Great game though. How did you think you went against a pretty good Manly pack?
Yeah, I thought we played well. I thought we sort of planned what we wanted to do and we executed the plan. It was a bit nail-bitey when it come 14-all, but had full confidence in our team to stick to our process and stick to our plan, and we showed that we can.
It's been a lot of fun watching you guys the last 2 weeks after what happened in Leichhardt. Played Parramatta, played Manly, two pretty good teams. They get back into the game, but we ice the games. That must be good for the confidence.
Yeah, it is. You know, I think years gone by, we probably let them come back in and then they just came all the way over the top and finish us off. So it's good to know that we do have resilience, and we're definitely nowhere near where we want to be, but we'll keep taking steps towards that.
This week we're doing a mental health round and promoting the Find Your Feet organisation. I've been doing a bit of research on those guys and it's incredible. What have you got to say about this upcoming game and particularly about Find Your Feet?
Yeah, I think it's a great initiative that the club's getting behind. We did a workshop early on in the week with Find Your Feet organisation, and yeah, it got a lot of buy-in from the boys, which is good. I feel like it brought us that little bit closer than we were before, and takes into good stride into the weekend.
Thanks for your time. Good luck against the Storm.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Oregon Kaufusi, welcome back to SharkCast Pod, your second time on the show. Thanks for gracing us. How are you going? I'm hearing you're a little bit banged up at the moment. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, just past couple of weeks now, just been carrying niggling ankle injury at the moment. Copped a few broken fingers earlier, but it's sweet. Yeah, no, it's sweet.
Is that potentially why you're starting from the bench? Or is that more of a game plan thing from the coach?
Yeah, I think just shift of energy. Fitzy was saying earlier, because we got such a great player in Hazo too. It's, don't lose anything there, but I think it was just re-energise myself, my body, and yeah.
It works both ways because Tom's a great starter. You can do both, and your game in the last few weeks has been really strong. How are you feeling aside from that? How are you feeling mentally? How are you going with the NRL combat week to week? You going all right?
Yeah, no, I mean this would be my 6th, 7th year in NRL now. So
you're only a young fella too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In terms of that, yeah, I'm just sort of used to it now. The physicality of everything. I've got a lot of older boys now that sort of help me with that. The recovery side of things, so it's making everything a lot easier. Now,
Fanua Blake's hanging around Razinu. What's it like playing with him?
Which one? Sif or Adam?
Fanua Blake.
Yeah, no, he's been awesome, man. He's obviously someone I watched and looked up to through the junior ranks, and to play alongside him, was sort of like a pinch me moment. But he's been a help both on and off the field. I guess with my, him being a family man, sort of just, benefits me in both aspects, on field and off field.
Team's going pretty good. A lot of wins now. One blemish in Leichhardt of late. It was good how the team iced out the last 2 games against Para and Manly when the games were on an edge. Do you feel more confident as a team now, knowing that you can actually win those close games?
Yeah, I think the first 10 weeks of the 10 rounds, of the season, we've put ourselves in, close games, close situations, and I feel like as a team we're sort of building towards that. Just a full 80, closing off a game and finishing it. Yeah.
How did you feel the team went against Manly at Brookvale? It's always a tough place to go. They got a great pack. I thought you guys were pretty dominant.
Yeah, good. I felt like the starters sort of said it. They done a great job. Hazo, Maka and Adam lifting starting with the intensity, and they almost clawed the game back in the second half. But
that happens, right?
Yeah. But like I was saying before, we put ourselves in that situation to sort of get us out.
Yeah.
And it was a good win by the boys.
A young fella called Jesse Calhoun's made a comeback from a couple of really bad injuries. What can you tell me about him, watching him at training and then watching him rip it up now in the last couple of weeks? Tell me about Jesse.
Jess is awesome, man. He's obviously coming off the ACL. I believe it's his second one? Yeah, he's he's a resilient guy. He's tough. He's tough. He's got that warhorse mentality when it comes to the game. So I'm always confident playing alongside him, and he's awesome, man. Yeah.
All right, we've got Melbourne this week. You know about the rivalry between the Sharks and the Storm. They're always really great games. You've played in a few now yourself. How's the feeling in the camp? It's going to be a pretty big crowd, if not sold out. It's game of the week. The hype's already started. Excited?
Yeah, I'm in a good. Quality opponent. I think most of us boys are just happy we're back at Shark Park. It's been a few weeks now. Yeah. So that's a massive lift for us. I guess we just need to play to our strengths and hopefully we come along with it. Yeah.
Well, some big boppers coming to town, so expect you and the other big boys to do a job. Good luck. Thanks for your time. Always great talking to you. Oregon Kaufusi. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Thank you, brother.
Here it comes. Hynes for the win. Nicho Hynes is ice cool. It's Cronulla's night. They've done it again at the death in the Shire.
Up against the old team on Saturday, mate. You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am. It's exciting that they're coming here for once. It's been since 2022 they haven't played here, so I didn't actually play that game.
You haven't played against them here?
I haven't played against them here, so it's it's nice that we get to do it here in front of our home fans. Haven't been here for a while, so looking forward to it.
You're going to hose the away dressing room or something?
I don't think it needs to be hosed. It's already that.
Make it worse.
Yeah.
About that funding,
about that, the government. If you're listening, and Blandies, whoever needs to know about it.
You got any trick? You're very good mates with Harry Grant. You going to get in his ear?
We'll see. Yeah. Maybe when we're out there, but I'm just focused on what we need to do right now. We've got a big session today. It's a really important session for us to get that done, and then and we'll see what happens on the field.
And I'm interested in, obviously you spend a fair bit of time down there, but you look at what you and Braden are doing as a halves combo, and it feels like it's improving a lot and the balance is really good at the moment. How much do you look at what Cam and Jerome do, and do you sort of go there completely different halves combo set at Oregon, or do you try and learn things from, or even just remember things what you saw from them as a combo?
Look, we always watch. I always watch footy, and I watch other halves pairings, and you take bits and pieces from every team, and you'd be silly not to. So, because we watch a lot of footy, we do a lot of review, and you're always watching two teams in one video and then you're watching both halves pairings on the field at the same time. So, you're always continuing to learn and grow. And Money and Hughesy are the top tier in our game at the moment, so you'd be silly not to. But right now, Tricky and I are just really focused on improving as a combination each week, every day at training, and just learning on the run, learning how each other plays, and we're happy, but you're never content. You always got to learn and keep growing, and we've still got plenty of this season to go to keep growing.
Are there things in particular that you've taken from watching those two up close, and also from your watching of footy as well, what you do?
not really here to talk about them right now. I'm just here to worry about the Sharks, and I spend a lot of time with them, and I've definitely implemented some of the stuff from their games, what I learnt there, but right now, just worried about what we're doing.
But you and Tricky, like, does it feel, like I was talking to Tricky the other day about this, and you were saying how like it feels more, like you guys were really good early together, it feels like more of a combination together now, if you get what I mean, like rather than two guys playing, like it feels like every week or every month you get more towards that. Is that something you feel as well, and how rapid has that growth been recently?
Yeah, sure. It started like a bit harder in the pre-season because he didn't do any reps because he had a shoulder injury. So that's where you build your foundations, you build your combinations. You spend 4 field sessions a week, and that got taken away from us because of his surgery. So we had to learn quickly in the games, and now it's starting to flow a little bit easier. Will's combining well with us. Browse is starting to run a bit more. So it makes it a bit easier on us. But yeah, the combination is starting to build nicely, and we just look forward to working every day with each other and trying to get better.
Nicho, it's 35 games together as a halves combo you've had.
Is that it?
Yep. So is that not enough? Or sorry, is that only a small sample size? And do you think what marker do you need to hit to go? This is a combination that's firing. And is it 50 games, 100 games? Do you know?
When you first said 35, I was thinking, oh, that's not much.
Yeah.
You look at the best half combination in the game. Jerome and Money would have been playing together for 5 years now. Nathan Jerome were playing together for 5 or 6 years, but they were playing together in juniors too. So all the best halves combinations have been playing together for a very, very long time. And when I think of that number, that's only just one season really.
Just over,
just over. And then when some of those games would have been when Moyes was here, but when Moyes didn't play, and Tricky came in for a couple of games, right. So it wasn't really a stack of a long period. And last year we were started the year, then he went out, and then I came back in, and he came back in, then I went out for 8 weeks. So we haven't really had a full season together. So as I'm talking, I'm thinking how exciting it is, that once we get a full couple of seasons together, who knows where we can be.
Yep.
Wait for that.
Is that Billy Bird?
Yeah, look like it. But in saying that, there's no point looking too far ahead right now. We need to focus on what we're doing and getting the reps in today at training, tomorrow at training, and then the game again to test ourselves.
What are you just doing behind the scenes? Are you going for coffee? Are you WhatsApping each other? What are you spine meeting? Just you two only meetings?
Oh, we do a fair bit. Yeah, we have these different little things. I won't give away too much. But yeah, there's certainly things in place that we're doing to make sure that we're not only getting our work in here at the Sharks.
Yeah.
Mate, the other element of today is Find Your Feet, and the video that's kind of popped up is yourself and Ronnie talking with Tommy during the workshop about a convo you guys had. Ronnie's spoken about it. Ask your perspective on that convo you've had.
Oh, look, earlier in the week I probably would have touched on it a bit more, but we've had these discussions where we're just men and we want to have hard, tough conversation with each other to make each other feel better and be better on the field. And if you have tough conversation as men, regardless is off the field or on the field, you want to turn up and play for each other. And we've done that. I won't go too deep into it because right now our focus is on getting out the field and training well today, getting our video down in the Melbourne Storm. If you watch that video, you probably would be able to tell what sort of conversation we had. But it's just really nice to know that you have brothers in your team that you can have hard conversation with. And it's out of love, it's not out of dislike, or it's just because we want to be better and we want to make this club better and this culture better, and that's just what we do.
You've always spoken so well on mental health and been prominent about making it a thing for blokes. Have you always been that way, or is it something you've learned or tried to teach yourself to, in some ways help your footy as well?
That's a good question. I just feel like, without giving myself a rap here, I just have a high care factor. I really care about things in my life and people, and when I went through some struggles that I would have loved to have someone like me in my corner, which I still had a couple of people, but I was just too scared to speak about it to people. And so now, don't hold me to this, but I think 1 in 9 men die every single day to mental health or suicide, and those numbers are just too much. And if I can use my platform and my profile to drive advocate for speaking about your struggles, then why not? I don't think I'd be doing anyone justice if I didn't. So I'll forever do it. I'll forever be someone to talk to and lean on and be a sounding board, and that's just because that's just who I am, and that's what I do.
Yeah, I mean this question the right way, right? Like it feels to me like you've become the face of mental health in rugby league, right? You're almost a spokesperson. When people talk mental health, they talk to you, right? Like, do you kind of do you like that? Do you embrace it, or is there a part of you that kind of goes, I wish there was a lot of other people that were also the face of it, if you get what I mean, and might share the load?
Yeah, look, I've never been asked that question before, but I feel like people are starting to talk about it more, and there's more players talking about it. And when I speak to other players, I talk to them about what's going on in their clubs and whatnot, and there's things happening. Yeah. Maybe they're just not as outspoken, and that's fine. You don't have to be as outspoken. You don't need to be talking about it like this in front of the media. You can just do it internally in your clubs. So, yeah, look, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but right now, I don't want to be all over the headlines. I don't want to talk as much as I used to. I just want to worry about playing footy, especially this weekend. It's a big game for us.
Can I ask you one more though? Does it become I feel like some people sometimes mix mental health with the mental side of footy, and they merge it into one. Does that become a burden when people do that? And do you kind of feel like, no, it is, while they are somewhat related, it's two very separate things as well, if you get what I mean? Does it, not frustrate, but does it become a burden when people mix those two up?
And what do you mean?
Well, I feel like people talk about handling pressure or things like that, right? And they can also sometimes throw that into the same space as mental health, whereas I would have thought they're two separate things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it feels to me like there are people who throw that all into just one
Yeah.
thing, right? As a guy who gets asked a lot about that kind of stuff, does it become a burden, or I don't know, how do you feel about that?
No, I think it's two different things.
Yeah.
But I also feel like if you don't have your mental space in a good capacity off field, then you won't be able to perform on the field. You might be able to do it 1 or 2 or 3 times, or maybe for half a year, but you're not Superman. Eventually it catches up on you. So you always have to get off field right before you're on the field. So it could go hand in hand, but I don't know. I feel like game pressure and life pressure is completely different. I was in Bali riding a scooter home after getting a dinner at midnight or whatever it was, and there was a young kid who was asking us for money. She was about 10 years old. That's real life pressure. They don't even know when they're going to eat next, So it's completely different. They're asking money for us at midnight. They should be asleep ready for school the next day. So that's real pressure. Game pressure and that pressure is so different.
Yeah. Do you think they get lumped into one? Externally, but let's be honest, by us. I feel like it becomes a talking point for you. Sometimes people talk about your footy mental space and whatnot, but it's
completely different. Yeah. No, I'm not going waiting for a field goal thinking about mental health.
That's what I mean, right?
Yeah,
I think sometimes people lump it as one. Clearly.
But I wouldn't know. I don't even listen to what they're saying. I'm not too sure, but I can guarantee you right now, when I run on that field, I'm not thinking about what's going on the sideboard.
Hey, Nicho, we've gone 10 minutes interview and no one's mentioned Origin. That's good. That a good thing for you?
Yeah, I love it. The guy in there mentioned me.
Oh, did he? Yeah. But you know where I'm coming from. Yeah. The fact that it's the blinkers are on. It's tunnel focus for Cronulla this year.
For sure. I actually thought about it. Maybe driving today because I knew media day, and I was just so good not to be spoken about in contention, and it's a bit of sweet pill, I guess, because you want to be up and spoken about in contention, but I think that's probably been too much of a focus for me over my first few years here, just wanting to be in that arena. And you can forgive me for that, because every kid or every player wants to play and be discussed about Origin, and I got to do it. But right now, I just have so much focus on myself and the Sharks, and rocking up to be a better player for the Sharks, and not worrying about external stuff, not worrying about my goals. My goals will come if the team's performing and I'm playing good footy for the Sharks. And I couldn't care less if I don't go anywhere near Origin this year. All I want is the Sharks to be in the contention to win a premiership, and then the rest will come at a later date. So. And I don't want to think that people I'm shitting on not playing for New South Wales. I'd love to play for New South Wales. That's just every dream. But right now, I just don't care. And all I care about is Melbourne Storm this week. or even just focus on training this week. And just being the best version of myself for the Sharks and my family and my friends.
Where are you at? 70%, 80%, 90%
Of
form-wise?
Form? Oh, yeah, 60%.
Yeah.
I feel like I've so much room to grow and still to get better. I don't think I'll ever be anywhere near 100% because I don't think any player can ever get there unless, Cameron Smith, Billy Slater, and that's when they finish their careers. So I'm just hoping that by the end of my career I've got to that, and I'll be driving to get to that every single day.
SharkCast is supported by the best and most honest real estate agent in the Sutherland Shire, Jason Hawes from Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. He's an expert in the Caringbah region and has his eye all across the Shire. Lifelong Sharks fan and supporter of this podcast, if you're looking to buy or sell in the region, the person you need to be talking to is Jason Hawes from Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. Call him on 0410 417 450. That's 0410 417 450. Jason Hawes, Cripps & Cripps Real Estate.
Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.